is the Tigers batting order presented by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. This is OPS this month. June slug for the Tigers has been high and it's been frequent. Dylan Dingler at 1438. I mean, when you're coming upon the Columbus journey with your OPS for the month, that's pretty good stuff. Riley Green, Kerry Carpenter also over 1,000 for the month. They will face the Minnesota right-hander Mike Paredes against Kevin McGonigal first, the former San Diego State Aztec. One of Troy Melton's very good friends is on the hill against this Tigers offense that has 68 home runs for the year. They pounded out the 3-run shot for Dingler and the 2-run homer for Kerry Carpenter last night. And here is the defense that'll be behind Minnesota's starter. It's Kreidler in left, Buxton in center, Austin Martin in right, Lee, Arcia, Keyshaw, and Lewis. Then Alex Jackson, the well-traveled catcher, has the plate. So in case you're just joining us, Minnesota has hit already. They got a walk from Byron Buxton. Brooks Lee bounced into a double play, and they could not score. So it was Framber Valdez facing the minimum in the top of the first inning. Now the clouds have parted enough. It poured and poured and poured. It was just massive rain peppering Comerica Park. And we are just about off and running again after a delay of what looks like it's going to be an hour 7. McGonigal awaits the first pitch from the Twins today. And it is clipped off of Kevin McGonigal for strike 1.
And didn't you know that he was going to swing at that first pitch, too? Just after waiting out of there, and he's going to say Paredes is going to come right after me with a fastball. Tried to ambush him.
Oh, God, most of the armor, sort of.
This looked like it, yeah, just clipped almost the back of the armor.
Kevin's still feeling it out here. So McGonigal comes into this game with more walks than strikeouts again in his major league career. 39 of them compared to 38 strikeouts. And they 0-1 for him. Check swing, and he did not go, says Lance Barksdale over at third. It's a ball and a strike. I don't think he went. Do you think he went?
I do not. And now I changed my mind. But
1-1.
Good for Kevin McGonigal, though.
He'll take it. Popped up. Lee fades back on it. Brooks Lee is there to make the catch, and there's one away. So this is a Minnesota bullpen game. We saw the Twins yesterday rifle through their bullpen. We saw Eric Orsi, Taylor Rogers, Justin Lawrence, Cody Lorison as well, in relief of the starter Taj Bradley, who was battling his splitter all evening. Derek Shelton and the Twins come in at 30 and 38. The Tigers now are only a game and a half back of Minnesota, trying to climb through the American League Central. Gleyber Torres swings through a strike.
Paredes has thrown as much as 5 innings and 65 pitches in his minor league starts. 4-pitch mix, the 4-seam changeup, cutter, and sweeper. It's about right where his average fastball, right around that 93-mile-an-hour range. We'll get up to 95.
He likes that changeup, as many righties do, more to the left-handers, certainly than the right-handers. There's a fastball for a strike, 1-2.
Yeah, just looking at some of those changeups that he throws, it looks a little bit like that kick change a little bit, the one that Drew Anderson throws.
And we were talking to Troy Melton about his former roommate,
Yeah.
San Diego State friend, Paredes as well. And Troy let us know that that splitter that's coming up a splitter, he actually holds like a kick change as well.
Exactly, yeah. That's why he was having difficulty with it yesterday. Just talking about how much he was sweating. It was so hot, so humid that the sweat was just running down his arm, and it was just, there's no way he could grip that. And we had asked him if that's why Taj Bradley was having problems. He goes, absolutely.
3-2, bends in there, strike three. A hard banking Darlington breaking ball for out number two.
That's one of those tough ones. You think that he's trying to throw it on the outside, but that looks like it's starting right at Glaber. He kind of buckles, and then it just sweeps right back to catch the inside part of the plate. It's kind of a tough one to hang in there on.
So we mentioned that changeup. We'll see how early Carey gets one of those. First pitch is a cutter. So Carey Carpenter against off-speed pitches overall this year, 786 slugging percentage, 875 against right-handed changeups specifically. And there's a lot of extra base green in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of those, just those half swings of his where he knows he hammers it and then kind of just stops his swing going out the other way on changeups. It's also not a bad pitch once they're ahead of them, and if they waste it down, they can get Carey to be a little bit aggressive and swing and miss at him.
Oh, 1-2 him. That is the pitch that he struck out on once last night. He had an at-bat in the middle of the game that was basically all high fastballs.
It's like sometimes he'll get in that mode where it's tough to lay off, and he's kind of in swing mode as soon as he sees it up there.
Breaking ball off. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Carey Carpenter, a former 19th round pick of the Tigers out of Virginia Tech. See what he's done since coming back from the injured list, with 3 home runs already, and one of them that flipped the lead last night. Here he swings through another bender, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the second. No score after the rain. Tigers trying to go to 2-0 in this series when rain delay questions happens. 10-4 last night. The Tigers were victorious. Framber Valdez is back out there. Dan Petrie.
Yeah, never went down to the bullpen, just the cage underneath. They're able to throw. It's a mound set up down there, just like in an indoor facility, and must have warmed up right there to go right back out of the dugout to go get them. So I'm not walking all the way down to the bullpen. I can just do it right here.
Bring the bullpen to you. 1-0 for Arcia, the well-traveled infielder, Orlando Arcia, who spent 6 years with Milwaukee, then 5 more with Atlanta, 1 year with the Rockies at Coors Field, and now game number 15 with Minnesota here in 2026. He is ahead 3-0 against Framber Valdez. Now this is one of those things, though, if you go back out there and you've made the choice, the team's made the choice to go back out there, you can't then live in the situational stuff. You can't live in the circumstance. You've got to go out there and do what you were going to do anyway.
Yeah, and just look at some of these velocities.
It's a grounder here, third base at McGonigal for out number 1, you were saying?
No, just so far, you know, the pitches don't look like they have that same little zip, but we'll see just if he's just continuing to kind of get loosened up here. But those last 2 sinkers at 92, see if he's going to get back into that 94, 95 mile an hour range.
1 down for Bell, and he takes a strike.
And there it was.
95.
There it was.
You know, you don't want to say a 10-hit day was better than it looked, but he got ambushed very early in counts in that game on April the 8th. And you look at the profile, I mean, he's still got ground balls. he kept a Minnesota team that generally lives in the air on the ground more than they normally do. If you roll that 100 times, you're going to get that rough of a result maybe 10 to 15 times.
I just think everybody was shocked by what was going on that game. When that was going on, I mean, the look on everybody's face, like, how is this happening? This isn't right. I mean, everybody just was like, okay, what do we do next? There just was no kind of answer for that one. That's just one of two outings just to kind of, you'd love to throw out the window. That and the one against Boston here.
On the ground, second base, Gleyber Torres roaming over to make the play. And a nice play, not fancy, but very solid from Gleyber.
Yeah, that was not hit that hard and just kind of lazily went over it, backhanded it. Took his time, underhand little flip. And Spencer Torkelson very relaxed over there. Stretches right up, tiptoes back down. 2 outs.
Here's Royce Lewis, who was the last hit of that first inning ambush on April the 8th. It was 7 of the first 8 hitters who reached single, hit batter, single. RBI ground out, walked, single, double, single was how it went. There were some stolen bases in there as well. As it's 2-0 on a ball outside to Lewis. '27-year-old Royce Lewis, who got his second ever start at first base yesterday. He's back there today. 3-0.
You can just see that look from Fromber about, man, those are just missing. But if Dylan Dingler doesn't challenge you got to believe that they're off the plate.
That's a strike. Or so. Cartoon box says knee. Three-one. High fly ball, deep left field. So we're doing this again, huh? It's a solo homer for Minnesota after 4 of them yesterday, and Royce Lewis has his 4th of the year.
Those are the ones that just drive you crazy. You get 2 outs, 1 out away from getting right back into the dugout, and you fall behind 3-0. You have to come in with a couple of sinkers, and Royce Lewis is just waiting for one and just gets right underneath it.
You can't live in this league 3-0, 3-1.
No, and when Fromber is, and he's done a good job of throwing first pitch strikes and strikes overall.
I mean, you've heard of knock your socks off. That was knock your glove off in the stands, by the way, as he's got a strike there.
You know, when Fromber's had a little trouble, that's where the first pitch strikes and strikes overall are lacking. But I mean, he's had some career highs in both those. You know, the Tigers have got that message through to him.
Oh, and 2 on Keyshaw. And that's fouled away by Keyshaw. If you just joined us, where were you? It was an 1:07 rain delay. It was, the field was just getting battered by the rain. It's fouled away. Heather Nabozny and her crew have done yet again a magnificent, otherworldly job of getting this thing ready. I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, and just walking that tightrope too of is it going to rain? Is it not going to rain? What's it going to do? I know, and now you can't even, you look at the in front of the dugouts and down the lines where all that water was, and when they dumped the tarp out in right field, you know, there's a small little lake out there, and you can't even tell now that it really even rained.
Yeah, and this was waterlogged when they pulled that tarp.
They get those squeegees moving, pushing it all out into the drains.
Two and two. It's foul again from Keyshaw, a 23-year-old. Comes to the Twins by way of Arizona State via the University of San Francisco.
Fromber's been trying a little bit of everything in this at-bat, too. Sinker, even a four-seam, change-ups, curveballs, a little bit of everything. Keyshaw's haven't had one of those at-bats.
He busted him on a fastball, and the inning's over.
One of those four-seamers that Fromber's talking about throwing more, all the way up to 97. Swings right over the top of it, right by him.
Dollars in bonus bets.
Here's the Liberty Mutual Insurance field coverage. Where it started, where it is impressive. Have you squeegeed like that before?
You know, I have on ice.
Squeegee on the rocks?
You know, to build an ice rink, we would use a sump pump and squirt water out, and then squeegee it, and it's like a human Zamboni.
Oh, to even it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's how you create an NHL hockey player for a son.
Well, you know, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun out there, that's for sure.
Dylan Dingler, the batter. He hits a dart down the left field side. That is foul. This month, 5 home runs for Dingler, 2 4-hit games this month for Dingler. He has 16 total home runs. He's on pace for 39 of them.
Isn't it just every time he swings the bat, you're looking for damage, just like that one? Oh, that's foul, but still.
That brings us to Chevy's strongest player. He is the 14th player in franchise history, 16 homers, 48 knocked in through 60 games. Last catcher to do it was Rudy York in 1938. Nearly 90 years since a catcher has done that, and it's a rare sweeper that sets him down.
But that was located perfectly. That's a nice pitch from Paredes. A lot of the breaking balls that he's getting, he's hammering, they're hangers. That one looks like it's really nice. Going to be about belt high. Even Alex Jackson, the catcher, likes it.
How about that changeup?
And we've been waiting for that one just to see what kind of dive it has. It looks like one of those kick changes that gets right to the hitting zone and then the bottom drops out. Just like a lot like Drew Anderson's.
You see those kick changes sometimes fade inside to left-handers, almost like a screwball.
And I think we saw Drew Anderson throw two of them last night. I was trying to think of who he struck out. Down and in.
One and two. One and two. And it's bounced foul, first base side. Tigers are trying to go 7-1 in June. And by the way, Cleveland has lost already today. The Tigers are 7.5 back in the American League Central. 7.5.
We walked into that clubhouse and you could tell exactly before what game was going to be on in that clubhouse, and it was on up there. So there was great interest in seeing how they were doing. And the Guardians that offense is not putting up a lot of runs right now.
No, suddenly you go there this weekend and you can, for what Cleveland did here in the month of May, winning 4 straight, you can turn about his fair play then and see what happens, especially, and we'll see what ends up occurring with Tarek Skubal.
Correct.
But if you're going to get him back relatively soon, the tea leaves suggesting that that's probably the case. You know, the question is, how buoyant are the Chicago White Sox? They're tied for first in the American League Central right now.
They could be in first with a win. Yeah.
They are facing Chris Sale tonight. at right field. It's Chris Sale against the White Sox.
Sean Burke, right?
Sean Burke.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, so two good pitchers.
Davis Martin.
I'm sorry.
Martin.
Yeah. Davis Martin. I'm sorry. Davis Martin.
But that's a whale of a pitching
Exactly.
matchup tonight on the south side of Chicago. But again, this season has been teams rising like the Phoenix over and over again. Look in the National League at the Philadelphia Phillies, who made a change that maybe they didn't even need to make. They're 36-31. The Phillies are totally back from the hole they dug themselves. That's happening all over the place, both up and down. Like San Diego is a good example. Don't look now, but they're only 3 over.
I was going to say, they're sneaking up on 500.
Yes.
I mean, they were challenging the Dodgers for first place just a couple of weeks ago.
Now the Diamondbacks have passed them off and on. There's a strike. 2-2 to Torque. He checked his swing and he did not go. 3-2.
Yep, held that one up.
The aftermath of the deluge. Crowd trying to get into it for 3-2 on Torque. From Paredes. Torque hits it well down the left field side, but foul.
That was one of those get me over sweepers. Not quite the same as the 2-2 pitch. Torque just a little out in front. That might make Paredes be a little bit more careful if he decides to throw that sweeper again. He's going to make sure that it's off the plate.
Way upstairs. Ball 4. First base runner tonight for the Tigers.
That can make you shy away from the strike zone a little bit. You give up one of those loud foul balls like that, and you're like, oh man, he's on everything. What am I going to throw right there? And there wasn't a whole lot of interest in throwing Torque a strike there.
There's a little Grady Sizemore in the face of Paredes there.
Yeah.
First pitch outside to Colt Keith, ball 1. Right?
There you go.
Little bit?
Yep.
A little bit.
Oh, as soon as you said it, that's a good call.
Yeah. Even the same stern look. I mean, they are the Twins after all.
Oh, there you go. See how quick you are. That's so good.
Yeah, it takes a split screen on the television to make me think of it. They're even looking at the same angle. 1-0. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. So it's worth it to ask again, right? The humidity and the sweat and all of that. Are we missing up all series because of that in part?
You mean the control and the issues and everything?
Look at that camera.
Very much, yeah. I mean, that's just the camera, the moisture from just that humidity.
High in the air, right field. Austin Martin makes the catch, and the inning's over. Still 1-0 after 2. All right, today's Verizon Reliable Performance. It's the Minnesota Twins on the first pitch of an at-bat. They have 19 first pitch homers this year. They are 6th in extra base hits, and they swing at first pitches a lot. That can mean 2 things. 1, they're very aggressive as a group. 2, they've collected very aggressive hitters, and so that's what they do. The result is the same as Ryan Kreidler, of course, takes the first pitch.
And so many teams now, just like the Tigers, are one of those teams that just say, you know what, they keep hammering home the fact that you got to throw first pitch strikes.
Kreidler up the middle. That's a base hit for the former Tiger. 28-year-old out of UCLA has a leadoff single here in the third.
But if you've got teams that are just pounding the home the fact that you've got to throw first pitch strikes, and they're not quality first pitch strikes, they're just saying, well, okay, you know, I'm going to throw a first pitch strike right down the middle and not be real concerned with throwing a real good breaking ball. And you get one of those pitches that you like, I could see very much so.
Jackson stabs a bunt first base side, and that is brilliant.
Wow.
It is brilliant. Exceptional effort by Jackson, the well-traveled catcher, and there are 2 on for Minnesota.
Boy, just the location of this. And he squares around early, gives himself up, but just hits it and places it perfectly. Hard enough to get by Fromber and to the right of Spencer Torkelson. Tork tries to stay as long as he can, hoping if Fromber would get to it and he could go back to the bag, but it's just perfectly placed.
2 on for Austin Martin. Big chopper, second base. Torres on the backhand does get an out. That could have been treacherous or disaster. Instead, there's one away, and we get an All-State good hands replay.
Man, I'll tell you, that was some kind of play right there. I mean, that ball's hammered right off in front of the plate. And Glaber makes that look easy. But, I mean, it's just how aggressive that he went after that, so he got that short hop. Didn't play it into that in-between. He gets that short hop. It doesn't have a lot of distance travel. Fine play by Glaber.
So we showed you the first pitch stuff. That's 4 pitches to 3 batters. There's a take by Buxton, but this is the recipe and the blueprint that they put together in that first inning back on April the 8th against Framber Valdez.
And just putting some pressure on him here, too.
Third base side, McGonigal comes home and out at the plate. Kreidler did everything in part that he learned here in Detroit. He ran on the grass coming in. You've seen Tigers players take a lead from fair territory, and McGonigal aced him.
Yeah, and Kreidler knew that the ball was going to be to Kevin McGonigal's right, so he tried to get up on the grass. But Kevin McGonigal has a good look, too, and knows how to get that over Kreidler's shoulder. He sees him up on the grass and has just enough time to figure out where to throw that strike to Dylan Dingler.
That is a beautiful look from our crew at Kreidler's angle there.
And he went so far up onto the grass that McGonigal saw it, was able to miss that left shoulder coming down the line.
That's good baseball from both guys, and McGonigal was just a little bit better to take out Kreidler, and you see just exactly how hot it is outside by his face.
Yeah, just wearing that helmet, nowhere for that heat to escape. Helmet's holding all of that heat in. And then those ground balls, too. I mean, from Fromber. Kreidler's was a ground ball up the middle, then a bunt. And then Fromber was able to just keep it under control, get another ground ball that Glaber made a really good play on, and Byron Buxton right to McGonigal.
Buxton runs. He's got that easily. No reason to throw. It's a stolen base. It's number 6 for Buxton. That was ball 3, so 3-0 on Lee. Arcia is next. There's a strike, 3-1. So you have Lee, who has slugged fastballs much better than anything else.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you know, and you've got to make a pitch here, much like Royce Lewis hitting a 3-1 fastball. You got to be careful here.
He threw him a changeup, and he was all bollocksed up, 3-2.
Yeah, not in the best of locations, but it doesn't have to be. When it's 3-1, expecting a fastball and a fastball count, you take just enough off of it kind of makes you double clutch a little bit, and then you end up being a little bit late and fouling it straight back.
Here you go, 3-2. And he braces for impact for ball 4. Lee is on. Arcia will bat.
You see if anybody, Dingler or somebody, yeah, you're going to see Chris Fetter, just because it's been a high stress inning. This is one of those ones, and it's so hot and you're sweating so much that it's just one of the slow walk by Chris Fetter. And this is Friday too, a tough situation, and everybody got together out there. Gleyber Torres just talking to him, Dylan Dingler chatting them both up. Both of them are just, come on, right here. You got to get this big out to Josh Naylor, and he was able to pick up the win after going 5 innings, but they got him to just settle in, settle down, regroup to get a tough hitter out. You see how happy he was.
This is just now Gleyber talking to Fromber moments ago. Same type of idea.
Yep, and just knowing that this is one of those key moments, and it worked out great for Troy Melton yesterday when Dingler went out, and Troy Melton struck out Tristan Gray and then Byron Buxton. Tigers are hoping for the same thing here.
Arcia has not been aggressive compared to his career this year, but here he pops up. First pitch, first base side, Torque. He did! Torque meets railing. Torque wins, inning over.
Wow, what a play. That looked like it. Generally, those balls come back. That one seemed like it was getting pushed into the dugout. Spencer stays with it, gets right to the railing. Get us back and let's go hit.
A little late dinner, grab some Torque belly for yourself.
What a play, just staying with it. And how about the padding too? I mean, that's right into your ribs, going right down onto that padding. And Fromber loves it. Are you kidding? One pitch and you're out of a bases loaded jam.
First one is ball 1 to Zach McKinstry here in the bottom of the 3rd. That's a huge play. If that goes sideways, like the rain was earlier, you never know. Z-Mac, fly ball right field. It's Austin Martin waiting for it to arrive, just like this word from Tiger Law.
If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, make Tiger Law your first call. Tiger Law. All we do is win. All we do is win.
Bullpen day has gone as well as the Twins could have hoped so far, with 8 batters and 1 base runner for the Tigers. For Mike Paredes in his 4th outing as a Minnesota Twin. Zach Short watches that bendy sweeper that almost looks like it hovers in midair on the way to the plate.
And then just makes that left-hand turn. Puts his blinker on and just goes right to the left.
0-1. That might have been the median.
This have it over in the cornfield.
Yes. Michael Scott following the GPS right into the lake at Scranton. 1-1 for Short. And that pitch was 2 balls and a strike to Zach. McGonigal next. Paredes, an 18th round pick from San Diego State, where he and Troy Melton became good friends. Troy is evidently in his wedding this coming off season.
Yeah, they missed. How fun would that have been if they just missed each other by 1 day?
You could see how much Troy wanted that to have happened when we were talking
Yes.
to him. 2-2. Breaking ball and a check swing for ball 3 for Zach Short. I'd imagine that's one of those breaking balls that if you see it a second and third time, you at least start to get an understanding of how it's shaped.
And it always looks like, hey, what's wrong with the Tigers offense? It's because they've never seen Paredes. You know, it's, yeah, you can look at all the video you want, but until you're right there and you actually see the shape, you know, it can be a little confounding.
3-2. Check swing. It's called strike 3. It's the 4th punch out for the Tigers so far. And if the Tigers score 3 or more runs in this game, you can visit a participating Arby's location tomorrow and receive a free small order of
Curly fries. You were talking to me when you said that?
I was talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you, sir. You in the blue shirt. 2 down for Kevin McGonigal. First pitch swing and a bouncing ball foul. Kevin McGonigal is becoming a fan favorite among the younger set. There was a group of kids down below here chanting Kevin, Kevin, and you can hear the sort of the higher pitched tone of kids above the din of the crowd. And first of all, he's been locked in for most of the year.
Yeah.
Second of all, I think what CeCe did over the weekend has made him even more of a favorite among the kids.
Couldn't agree more. You know, seeing that, her in those goggles and just all the attention and the walk-off to go along with it. I mean, but I've been thinking a lot about him ever since he's been drafted and following his success up through the minor leagues and then the great spring training he had. And that carried right over into the season, and he's just been consistent, played really good defense. I mean, everybody's gravitated to him.
Three and one, that's in for a strike. 3-2. We also have a new bobblehead for our collection. Jim Jarecki, Vice President, General Manager of the West Michigan Whitecaps, brought us a Whitecaps McGonigal, a Magana bobble today.
Trying to see the actual resemblance.
Resemblance person? Yeah, you can see it, right? What do you think? There's Bobble McGonigal. We're going to split screen this.
There'll be one coming out pretty soon with the Magana goggles on it too, probably.
Absolutely. It does look like him though. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Good job by the Whitecaps.
They do a good job.
3-2. Oh, there are the goggles again. Ball 4. It's a walk for Kevin. It's the second walk for the Tigers. And Gleyber Torres will bat. Downstairs, Daniela.
Yeah, Kevin McGonigal, when it comes to the kids liking him, here's another story that I think all the kids at home will appreciate. Kevin likes to wear the high socks. You notice over the past few games, he wasn't wearing them. He's not wearing them today. So in fact, on Sunday, he decided that he was going to wear Zach Short's pants. He liked the way they looked. He said, "Can I borrow a pair of those?" So he wore them in that game, got the walk-off, chose to wear them again yesterday, and he told me today, "I'm giving him one more go before I switch back to my normal look."
That's really good that you noticed that. I usually am all over that, and I didn't notice it, Daniela, because I love that high sock look too. Like Kerry Carpenter on deck, Zach McKinstry usually, Jack Flaherty.
Can I ask a silly question?
Why?
What's Zach Short wearing?
I think they have multiple pairs of pants, I'm hoping at least. I hope Kevin took one out of his locker and didn't say, "Hey, give me those pants," leaving him pantsless for the game.
1-0 for Torres. I can't be the only one who was thinking.
No, I thought it, but when he told me originally, and then I'm thinking, well, they all have backup pairs of pants, right, in case something rips when they slide, whatever. Do they each have a backup pair right now might be a fair question.
I'm sure they do, but if I'm Zach Short, I'm begging to put on McGonigle's. I mean, all the hits that are in those pants.
What did Troy Melton say to you about how hot it was yesterday? He said his pants felt like they were 50 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, just yeah, and it's tough when you're out there for a long time, and you gotta change multiple times in your jersey, your undershirt, your pants. Nowhere to go for a dry spot. That's the thing. They're talking about the rosin. Remember the no rosin would stick. It would just roll right off of his hand. So there was nothing.
No, I agree. But
so what does the rosin bag do for you?
Well, I was just looking. It doesn't look like anything came out of there. You know, like there was no poof. You know, any of the powder coming out of there.
Poof.
Right.
Right center field, McGonigle was on the move. It's down. It rolls all the way to the wall. Here comes Kevin. This game is tied. Gleyber Torres hits a scud missile to right center.
Boy, how about Gleyber Torres getting that fastball out over the plate and doing what he does best, going with it, shooting it into right center. If you can get one away from Byron Buxton, you've done something. And McGonigle on the move, he probably scores anyway. But man, you just think if you're hitting it out to Byron Buxton, you're saying, oh, he's going to break your heart again, and somehow that finds some grass.
And the 2-out walk hits the jackpot for the Tigers. Now Kerry Carpenter takes a strike.
It's just now that pitch count is getting up to where the most he's thrown, the command hasn't exactly been as sharp as it was in the earlier innings, starting to get those later counts, like you just said, Jason, with the walk to McGonigle, going to the full count to Zach Short before striking him out.
Now 0-2 on Carp. Torres at second. Tigers trying to take their first lead of this ball game tonight.
Both runs, too, have scored when there's 2 outs, nobody on. The Royce Lewis home run, and the Tigers getting even here in the bottom of the third.
That hit Kerry Carpenter. That's a dead ball. Torres going to have to go back to second base. A dead ball because it hit Carpenter. But 2 on with 2 out for Dylan Dingler.
I just like how Kerry does this. He gets hit like this so many times. He just doesn't flinch. Stays right there, boink, right off the toe. Look at it, he doesn't move. He's just seeing the ball, and he goes, that's going to hit me if I just stay right here. I'll take a shot at it.
Now Pete Mackey comes out of the Twins dugout as Dylan Dingler punched out in the second inning. But it's a second chance for Dylan to see Paredes here.
Yeah, that four-seam fastball that he will foul. Let's see how many fastballs he gets, and it might play right into Dylan's hand. Yeah, he got a nasty sweeper, but after 56 pitches, you got to believe that that arm's getting a little bit tired. He's warmed up twice, once before the rain delay, once after the rain delay. So is he getting a little tired? Will he throw one of those frisbees in the middle of the plate that Dylan's been hammering?
All he's got to do is miss with one breaking ball.
That's it. Just that little spinner.
Two on, 2 out.
Sure had a good swing. He did. Stayed right in the middle.
This is single season slugging percentage on breaking balls for any year since 2009. Dylan Dingler's .855 would absolutely clobber the previous record. It's a high fly ball left center field. Byron Buxton makes the catch, but the Tigers put together a rally. Gleyber Torres, an RBI double past Byron Buxton. McGonigal comes home, and we are tied no matter what angle you look from. Top of the fourth inning, we're tied at 1, and Hot Corners says 7 ground balls in play through 3 innings is tied for the third most this season for Minnesota. Season high was actually 10 from Fromber on April the 8th. He was getting the ground balls he wanted. They were just not going at people.
No, that was why that last inning was so frustrating before Spencer Torkelson was able to make that fine play in front of the Twins dugout.
Our Call Sam best call continues down this theme. It's the Twins offense highest ground ball rate. 53% against Fromber and company was 5th highest of their season, and that includes relief pitchers as well. And there's a mallet shot to first. Torque with the feed, Fromber the catch, and he tiptoes through the infield for out number 1. That was well choreographed by the Tigers.
Yeah, that was a little different than the bunt that was choreographed well, where it went right to Spencer Torkelson. He didn't have to be caught in between.
Look at how much Fromber is sweating, by the way, after that run over to first base.
Yeah, that's where you constantly see Fromber in a lot of these games where his brow and cheeks, and it's just running down. Look at him just giving that big sigh of relief after running over there.
It was a half shake there. He nodded and shook at the same time. There's ball 1. But it is hot and humid out here, Dan. How do you, as a pitcher, how do you deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's more about how long you prepare in advance of your start. It's not something that you do just, okay, today I'm pitching, so I'm going to start just today or when I'm in the dugout. But I talked to Casey Mize today about it, and this is from Maureen Stockline, who's the Tigers nutritionist. And she talks about as soon as you get there, wake up in the morning, start hydrating. And it's not just drinking water, it's a lot of electrolytes. They have those electrolyte packets that they put in their bottled water. They shake those up, drink that. And then there's a lot more that goes into it as far as what they have nutritionally, the carbohydrates. So there's even pretzels that they have. Salt is big, so they'll drink pickle juice.
Really? The fly ball right field side. Kerry Carpenter meanders in to make the catch. Pickle juice.
They can have pickle juice. There's I think it's the brand name, I believe, is Hot Shot, but it's pickle juice. It's like it's not an energy drink, but it's just a shot, where they have the electrolytes, but they also have what they take in as far as fruits and vegetables are. And the salt, just I think, and I don't want to speak too medically, but I think it retains a lot of keeps your hydration up.
And that's for everybody. But pitchers and catchers, I would imagine, are feeling it the most.
And catchers, the same thing, because of they're constantly wearing that helmet and the chest protector and the shin guards. There's no way for anything to escape their body.
Line drive right side for Keyshaw. That's a base hit. He thought about 2, and he thought better of it as McKinstry got there quickly.
But and Casey Mize talking about it, just like the routine that you have for throwing. Like in the outfield on the days that you're not pitching, they have a routine. Then they go throw their bullpen. They have a weight room routine. Casey's routine has to do with hydration also, where he starts 48 hours prior to his start, to make sure that by the time he's out there, he's well hydrated, because they'll lose as much as 8 pounds. Somewhere in a day like today, maybe 5 to 8 pounds. And that's with hydrating properly. You know, I remember one game, you know, and I remember weighing it, and I asked Mo today, I said, I swear I lost 12 pounds. I bet you did, because you didn't hydrate properly. And then Dylan Dingler is another one right after the game. She makes him a protein shake immediately following, and his regimen is the same, because you have to replenish after the game also, not just leading up to it. After the game, it's very important to replenish all of those fluids and electrolytes that you've lost.
Especially with a day game coming tomorrow.
And it's just the whole process starts again. Now, he might DH tomorrow in a day game, you know, with Jake Rogers maybe doing the catching.
Sure. But even to be ready to hit, right? It's a cumulative effect on the body over the course of 162 of these.
Right, and he caught all weekend, all three. Granted, there was a day off on Thursday, then a day off on Monday, but still.
It's ball 3 to Kreidler. Keyshaw at first, 2 out. Fromber trying to make sure the axles don't get a little loose here.
And that's the thing we talked about last night, about pitching through jams. And, you know, there was a runner on in the first, but it was a double play. There was a home run. Those aren't jams. Last inning, he ran into a jam. You know, every jam, you're making stressful pitches.
McGonigal at third takes the long way home. We're still tied on the Bet365 scoreboard. The Meyer Family Fun Day deal is available every Sunday home game for just $79. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 chips, and 4 drinks, or upgrade to the pizza meal for just $10 more. And add extra tickets to fit your family. Visit tigers.com/funday for more information. Taylor Rogers, second straight night we've seen him on the hill. He's the wall side windows pitching change after 17 pitches last night.
Yeah, again, Riley Green is circled, and getting Taylor Rogers and Colt Keith's spot to up third. He gave up 2 runs yesterday. Dylan Dingler got a sweeper that he hammered off of Rogers, and Spencer Torkelson waiting on deck. See if he can get one of those sweepers that he likes coming right in on him like Dylan Dingler did.
Well, he walked Riley, by my records, on 4 pitches yesterday. So he's ball 2 here.
And that's not what you want when you're circling. If you're Derek Shelton, you're saying, all right, got a couple of lefties due up.
They already have Andrew Morris getting loose, the right-hander in the bullpen for Minnesota. 2-1 is off, 3 balls and a strike. This Minnesota bullpen has been flammable over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, the rotation and the bullpen has had its issues.
Ball 4, he's walked Riley Green for the 2nd straight night. We get a challenge from Alex Jackson. It's an ABS challenge. It's powered by T-Mobile. Let's see, is it ball 4 or is it 3-2? It's a strike.
Pitch is a strike. Minnesota has 2 challenges.
Well done by Jackson.
Sure was. I mean, that ball looked like it was off the plate. Looked like it maybe cut a little bit.
Strike 3. Strong comeback from the Minnesota battery, and we get a message from the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Now during employee pricing for everyone, get $10,002 in savings on the 2026 F-150 XLT 4x4. See your Southeast Michigan Ford dealer today.
1 down, bottom 4. It's Twins and Tigers tied at 1. Here in game 2 of a 3-game series. It's a ball called to Torque, who walked back in the 2nd inning. Tigers woke up today 4.5 back in the American League wild card. It's here on June the 10th. A lot of time left for the Tigers and AJ Hinch. This is game number 68 of the year for the Tigers. That leaves 94 after tonight. 94 games. And with the trade deadline coming up on August the 3rd, you have a chance to at least claw back in the wild card enough. We've talked about it almost ad nauseum here on the telecast, but now you only have 4 teams to climb over to get into wild card position. I mean, the Rangers and Blue Jays as of today are both 2 under, and they're in the final wild card spot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks like 500 right now gets you in.
Feels that way. Strike 3 from Rogers to Torkelson, and strikeout number 6 for Minnesota.
And here at just the 4th inning, this is one of those moves where the Twins only have 2 left-handers, so AJ's just riding Colt a little bit further into this game. They're going to challenge again.
It's brought to you by Figer Law.
Catcher's challenging the pitch.
This ABS challenge. And that's still a ball. It will always be a ball. Forever and for always.
But just figuring that they're going to probably have to throw a right-hander at some point and just banking on Colt Keith's position coming up where he's going to see one of those right-handers.
And for Colt, this is just his 11th plate appearance against a left-hander all year. He's 1 for 9 against lefties, only 1 strikeout. And he grounds this to first base. Lewis is around it. Relative newbie to first, makes a nice play. And we'll go to the 5th. Stream us all summer long. Tigers baseball, just $19.99 a month on Detroit Sportsnet, presented by Bet365. There's that QR code right down there. Underneath the kids trying to get an autograph, subject to national exclusivities. The telecast, not the autograph. Terms and conditions do apply. The telecast, not the autograph. Subscribe by visiting tigers.com/Detroit Sportsnet. You can never be too careful with the fine print. Just making sure we're all clear on that. It's a strike from Framber Valdez to Jackson, Alex. His bunt was for real in his first at bat.
Yeah, he's getting the time because of the Ryan Jeffers injury, right? I believe.
Yeah, and Jeffers was playing the best catcher that he had played.
Yes.
Offensively strong as well for Minnesota before he went on the IL. As Jackson got clipped.
Well, you talk about, yeah, I figured that's going to be a frustrating look after getting ahead 0-2 and you're thinking, oh, yeah, I'm just going to throw that back foot curveball, but that's a little too literally back foot. And just clips him much like Kerry Carpenter.
Dirt Cam's on the case. Above ground cam also on the case. First one, an arching curveball and a strike. Oh, 1. Too tight. That sinker that Framber has made a living off of. Martin will put the ball on the ground. He's 46% ground ball. He did once already today.
Wow.
That hit him.
Yep.
It's a spate of plunkings.
Boy, you could just barely hear it when it hits his hand.
There it was.
It's just that little psst.
Double click.
Yeah. Framber, I mean, that's a shame too, because he's throwing good. He's got that sinker going, the curveball.
Byron Buxton, first pitch changeup. He's on it to left center field, and that ball is on its way out of here for a 3-run home run. The 2-hit batsman turn into a 3-run shot, and Byron Buxton for the 2nd straight night has a home run on a first pitch.
That's just, it's where the frustration is. I mean, you are throwing good, and you just happen to clip two people. That changeup, starting to throw it a little bit more to right-handers, but again, that's your probably third best pitch to one of the best hitters on the Twins lineup. Go to it in that big spot, and Byron Buxton makes him pay.
We showed you the first pitch fastball numbers. It's a little bit different with the heavy sinker that Fromber has.
It is.
Here is Lee. And that's a ball, 1-1.
You know, just gets back to, you know, do you try to trick them with your third best pitch, or do you stick with what your best pitch is?
The other part of this is when you hit two guys ahead of Byron Buxton, who is the one player for a decade that you've circled on Minnesota's roster more consistently than any other player on Minnesota's roster, you put yourself in peril. There have been guys who have been hotter at times, right? Like when Miguel Sano was up in 2019, you wouldn't want to throw a first pitch fastball to him. There have been times that Matt Wallner will show up and he'll have big power numbers in recent memory as that's grounded up the middle into center, a base hit. But you know, it's like the disclaimer on the back of the parking ticket where it says, you know, leave items in your car at your own risk. When you hit people ahead of Byron Buxton, you do it at your own peril.
You do, and we talked about it last night too. You only get so many shots in this kind of weather, okay? And it holds true. We spent some time talking about the hydration, trying to keep your energy level up so you don't lose strength, lose velocity, lose anything. But you can only go through so many jams, and he had that real tough one in the third. Last inning wasn't anything really to, you know, it was kind of a tougher inning. Plus, he had to warm up twice. He warmed up and pitched the top of the first, and then stopped and sat, and then warmed up again. And then now he's in another jam here. This is that third one that I always talk about, that you can get out of a couple, but generally it's going to be very difficult for you to get out of that third one in this really tough, hot and humid weather.
Left side, McGonigal for Torres. Torres for Torkelson with enough zip for a double play.
It just went back to the bread and butter. That sinker got the ground ball he was looking for, chest high to McGonigal, right around the horn, 5-4-3. The little chat with Chris Fetter pays off. Now just put an end to this inning.
It'll be Josh Bell, who's bounced out twice to the right side of the diamond. Has a little bit cooler of a wind to start to course through the ballpark, not by much, but enough to note that the air doesn't have a density that's overwhelming at this moment. 1-1 to Bell.
There is that little cool breeze a little bit, but it's still thick.
Oh yeah.
It is still heavy.
Bell gets jammed and pops it up to Torkelson, but Minnesota gets a 3-run shot from Byron Buxton. We'll go to the home fifth. Tigers down 4-1 on the Bet365 scoreboard.
Show Detroit Ram dealers.
Tigers baseball on Detroit Sportsnet is brought to you by Wallside Windows. Local and family owned, celebrating 82 years as Michigan's leader in replacement windows. And by your Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers. Bunch of fans have ridden out the storm with us. Pause was sopping wet for a while, but has dried off. And we are in the bottom of the fifth inning here at Comerica Park. It was a deluge right around the bottom of the first inning. Zach McKinstry takes a strike from the new pitcher, Andrew Morris, who is our Wallside Windows pitching change for Minnesota. 2 strikes. Heather Nabozny and the grounds crew did a magnificent job getting this place ready, Daniela.
Yeah, they did. And just so you know, Heather was tuning into rain delay questions and heard us challenge her when it was like 10 minutes to first pitch. And we were like, where's he a tarp on the field still? It's wet. She's like, oh, yeah, I heard you guys, but we're going to get it done. So she said challenge accepted. But she did tell me that the key to making sure the field is ready to go in a quick amount of time is when they get it covered. So she works real closely with the umpires to make that call to get the tarp on, and that's why we saw them move so quickly after that game started, because they knew the downpours were coming and it would be a much less work to fix the field if they got it covered in time and didn't have to work on the dirt. They used the squeegees, get the water to the drains, and we're good to go. But she did hear us and say, yeah, well, we'll get it done, guys.
Yeah, evidently we can work on the dirt too. We just said it was ambitious.
It was ambitious.
It was ambitious.
It was ambitious.
You know what, though? You know what we need? We need a whole group of people who are celebrity endorsers of rain delay questions. Daniela, you start this, okay? Start getting videos, collecting videos from players, from staff members that are endorsers of rain delay questions, because, you know, ears are everywhere.
Yeah. All right. I can do that.
There you go.
I think we have enough celebrity endorsers.
For sure.
I'm curious now.
The turkey leg will endorse him?
Does Andy Dirks count as a celebrity?
No comment.
The only thing is you're promoting rain delays.
Okay.
Fair.
We don't want rain delays.
I think some people would beg to differ. The thing that I would say about it is they're going to happen anyway. Can you stop the rain? What are you, John Fogerty?
No, but I mean, they
so
are
which
fun.
do you like, Peaches, the sun or the rain?
Well, I mean, there's no question I love the sun.
Ground ball, second base. Keyshaw. And safe. No, he didn't have the bag. Royce Lewis, who's new to first base, just his 3rd career start over there, didn't anchor himself, and the Tigers see the door creak open.
Yeah, it just looked like he just could not keep that foot down or get that toe back in time. Kind of gave him that tough throw, though. Not sure what other direction he could do to keep that foot on the bag.
It's a hit for McKinstry. Here is Zach Short. He takes a strike.
Andrew Morris, last couple of times out's had a rough time. It's given up 5 earned runs in just 3 2/3 innings. So good start for the Tigers here. Hopefully they can get a couple, get right back in this game.
36 hits in 28 innings so far in his rookie season for Morris, who is a former Texas Tech Red Raider. They've been in the news. He's a transfer from Colorado Mesa University in Grand Junction. McKinstry at first, 0-2 for Short. And Zach leans to take a ball, 1-2. One-two. That was a bullet. Yuck. No thanks. One away here in the 5th. It's time to spin the wheel and see who today, June the 10th, 2026, is anointed by proclamation Tiger of the Day. It's Paul Jada, who spent 32 games with the Tigers in 1972. He had a 14-game hit streak directly after his wedding in Toledo. So he got married, he went to Toledo, and he had 14 games straight of a hit streak. Only 1 year in the majors, 82 plate appearances, but he was propelled from matrimony to mashing.
You only can get married once.
Well, that's, to some, that's true.
You're saying to get multiple times?
Sorry, honey, I'm 0 for 12.
I'm 0 for 12. Gotta let you go.
Call the attorney. But your exit velocity's up and your expected slugging is fine, hon. Why don't we try to work it out? I don't know. Remember when we first met and you were hitting 280?
I'm sorry, but I'm just going to stay away from the savant analytic references.
Right. The bottom 10% in ground ball rate. Draw up the paperwork.
Oh, no. This could go sideways in a hurry.
Already did. Oh, no! After an 0 for 4.
Uh-oh. Wild Bruce chase.
Oh, boy, yeah. That's happening. 2-2.
Last name by the name of Jada. No way.
No. Oh, boy. Tiger of the day. A treasure trove of fun. 2-2 on McGonigal. McKinstry at first, 1 out. Torres on deck, and the Tigers trying to hop back into this after the Buxton home run. In the top of the 5th. 2-2. Kevin slashes it. Foul, still 2-2.
One of those at-bats, just staying right in there, fouling off some of those tough pitches until he hopefully gets one he likes and can keep this inning going.
We got a balk. It's a balk on Morris. McKinstry to second base.
Well, I was keeping my eye on Kevin McGonigal's bat and just missed what he did. Yep.
He started.
Yep.
The hand
double
move.
clutched. Yep. Which is what used to happen when they gave the finger signs, because you were expecting a certain finger and you'd go start your motion. And I guess the same thing can happen with the pitch comp. You're expecting to hear slider or sweeper, and he pushes four-seam fastball, and as soon as you hear that, you kind of start your motion, and oh, wrong pitch call.
Two and two. Kevin takes the breaking ball. 3-2 on McGonigal. This is the 6th full count tonight for a Tigers hitter. Kevin's going to see a 10th pitch. This very much feels like till death do us part for Morris and McGonigal. 3-2. It's up and away, ball 4. 2 on, 1 out. Gleyber Torres, part of our Comerica Bank game summary. Defensively, he's done the trick with a double play. Nifty little backhand here to pick up an out. And then this play as well, which could have been a tragedy. His double was a laser beam to right center, past the outstretched arm of Byron Buxton. That scored McGonigal, and the Tigers were on the board in the ball game to tie it at 1. And now maybe, just maybe, Gleyber is the tying run here, can level us again.
And another one just taking that a lot out of him with that 10-pitch at bat with Kevin McGonigal, making some good pitches. McGonigal spoiling them, and now he's going to have the same kind of at bat. He's going to be asked to come back and make really good pitches again against a guy, Gleyber Torres, who's got that really notorious good eye, will make you work to make sure he gets a good pitch to hit.
First one. A strike. Minnesota has the 3rd worst bullpen ERA in all of Major League Baseball. It's nudging up to 5 at 4.98 coming into today. They allow a base runner and a half per inning out of the bullpen door as well. That's a ball. It's 1-1.
They get a challenge.
The catcher is challenging the pitch.
Alex Jackson with the challenge, and he is wrong. The Twins are out of
Pitch is the ball.
challenges.
Minnesota has no challenger for that.
Here in the 5th. That could be a pain point later on.
Sure can. And they're talking about just how aggressive they are, not afraid to challenge.
That's what you get for challenging. I guess 1-2. See, that's a chest protector he can wear now. After Griffin Jacks got dealt.
I saw the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They showed a close-up of him. I said, "Ah, look at that. He's got Griffin Jacks chest protector on."
One, two. Upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It is just, you can see that really good arm from Morris. 97, 98 on that 4-seam fastball, but it's just, can you get a secondary pitch over?
Line to left. Base hit for Torres. Stop sign at third for Zach McKinstry. And the bases are loaded for the Tigers. Glaber on a 5th pitch. Swerves a single to left.
Yeah, it starts him off with a high cutter for strike 1, then goes back and shows him some really good 4-seam fastballs. Fell behind, then gets back into the count, and then just gets one of those cutters up again. Can't throw that good quality, and that's what Glaber Torres does. He just works you down, wears you out until you make a mistake, and he lines it into left field.
Kerry Carpenter, second base. Oh, it ate Keyshawn alive. 1 home. Here comes McGonigal. He is there. It's 4-3. That is a wicked hop.
Boy, it just looks like they're playing at double play depth. So that ball just gets on Keishel in a hurry and then just jumps with that topspin right over him. But if he's back a little bit deeper, that's a chest-high hop. But because they're playing a little bit closer, trying to turn a double play, that's able to just scoot right by him.
That ball was crushed.
Yes, it was.
Tying run at third, lead run at first. Dylan Dingler at the plate. First pitch, a strike, and he's going to challenge as a batter. He thought about it for half a second. Looked like it might have been a strike. It is a strike. There was something telling him not to. He didn't immediately tap his head, and that instinct turned out to be right. Thought about it on the way up.
Yeah. I know, and I could see why, because Jackson framed that really well too, and he might have just taken a quick look back. He trusted his eyes that maybe it was low, but Jackson just really brought that up, and that's what I think just kind of confused him. Like, oh man, did he bring that one up and it was low? That's why I think he went ahead and challenged.
It's 2 cutters up for Morris.
And then the same to Glaber Torres. Has not thrown a cutter that's down. Boy, that's one that Dylan's been hammering too. At least those are out over the plate.
Remember, the Twins are out of challenges. He got in on him there with a fastball, 2-2.
When he's had to make a pitch, it just seems like he's gone to that cutter. And if he leaves one out over the plate, it backs up on him slightly.
Ground ball foul.
Stayed in on his hands after throwing those ones up to Glaber. Just not sure that how much he trusts that, or Alex Jackson, how much he trusts that cutter right now.
Four base runners in the inning for the Tigers. 2-2. Ooh, boy. Strike three. 2 down.
Yeah, just that you got to make your mind up quickly to catch up to that 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Dylan just can't lay off of it. Yeah, you see that look on his face. I can't believe I swung at that.
Well, the lead and Morris have 9 lives here in the 5th. Here's Riley Green. Was grounded out and struck out. Ball one up. Everything is up for the most part for Morris. Travis Adams is up now in the Minnesota bullpen. We have cutter changeup fame. That's a ball. Again, Minnesota is out of challenges for the night. There's Adams stretching. And now throwing. You know, some guys you watch and you're like, just throw a bunch of fastballs. It's good enough.
Yeah, when you look at it, you're looking like, man, they're having a tough time catching up to it.
Two and two. Goes changeup here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. You have to believe this is a fastball.
You should. And Riley with a good job of laying off of that. Not even flinching.
Three-two. It's
wow.
Changeup. We threw him a 3-2 changeup.
And it was nasty. And it was a good one. And I don't blame Riley for swinging through that one. You take your hat off to that one. That's a heck of a pitch.
Totally. 2 in off the Kerry Carpenter laser off the bounce. It's 4-3. A long way to go.
Our next giveaway of the season is Saturday, June 20th. Be one of the first through the gates and receive a Detroit Stars inspired windbreaker presented by Comerica Bank. Visit tigers.com/giveaways to learn more.
Look at that trooper. That little one has been here the whole night and enjoying themselves. Kids don't care what time it is. New pitcher for the Tigers is Brennan Hanafy. He is on after Framber Valdez went 5 innings tonight against Minnesota. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And Hanafy will face Royce Lewis first.
Hanafy in that game threw 9 pitches last night. Continues to get lefties out. Twins have a lot of left-handers on the bench, but a couple of right-handers due up right here. And A.J. Hinch just trust him with that sinker-slider combination on the right-handers. Hopefully gets a couple ground balls right at somebody.
Well, you already have the defense installed to handle ground balls. You have who you wanted for Framber on the infield. So you might as well pair them together. McGonigal to third, short and short.
Glaber, who's been busy and making some fine defensive plays over at second.
There's a strike, 1 and 2. How about this one tonight? The Dodgers were up on the Pirates 6-1, but Pittsburgh has scored 8 runs in the 7th and the 8th combined against Los Angeles' bullpen. Now the Dodgers have 2 in the 9th. It's 9-8 in Pittsburgh as the Dodgers try to get to 20 over 500. They're 43-24. That is the best record going. In the National League West. To third. McGonigle's on the case. His throw is there. Sweet play.
Boy, he just looks so comfortable over there at third base. One little hop, 2 steps, a dive right into the glove, then just calmly comes up and flips it over to first. Spencer does a nice job of keeping his toe on the bag. 1 out for Brennan Hannafy.
And at the ballpark, abracadabra plays. Well, Steve Miller Band, never heard your Wednesday night. Reach out and grab it.
You're just being a joker.
Trying to play my music in the sun, okay? Let me be. 0-1 is pop foul. 2 strikes on Keyshaw, who you cannot blame for that play on the Carpenter ball at the bottom of the 5th inning. That thing was on a rampage.
No, it got to him quick. Yeah, just bounced right over the top of him.
Sometimes the baseball gods are not on your side. 0-2. Cody Clemens has a bat. He's on deck to hit for Kreidler as they'll rearrange their defense. They have a couple pieces that are McKinstry-esque in that they can play just about anywhere, anytime, anyhow. 1-2. Check swing and a winding slider. 2-2.
You know, and you just think back to Cody Clemens too. That all started with him playing multiple positions when he was a Tiger, and really has kept him in the big leagues and kept his bat alive.
Kevin with a leap and a throw with a bullet. Oh, the answer is Kevin McGonigle with the glove at Comerica Park. He
even liked that one.
Well, he's glad he's just tall enough. That's going to be a Mitty nominee, a Metro Detroit Ram Dealers Mitty nominee for our award show this month. Everybody put on your McGonigle goggles on that play. That was a nifty effort.
That's a couple. A dive and one right at him.
That you look marvelous right now.
Well, I'm hoping for the third out of the inning right to him also. Cody Clemens with a little chopper.
How are the prescriptions in those?
Bifocals.
Okay.
Bifocals, or what do they call them? Progressives. Look out of the top and then.
Can I try to throw a couple of these M&Ms into your McGonigle
Yeah, let's
goggles?
see. Do I have to try to catch it?
In the goggle, yeah.
That was in my nose.
Sorry, buddy.
Man,
I mean,
you got a good four-seamer.
When it was supposed to be a cutter.
It cut my nose.
What hath CC spawned? Clemens takes a strike. Clemens hitting for Kreidler. Tigers looking for that first inning with no base runners. Daniela, what do you got?
I just wanted to say my lack of creative, crafty abilities allowed for that whole thing to happen, because CC actually cut the bottoms out of the cups so she could see through the goggles, but I left the bottom in there, so I created a game for you guys.
We thank you so much. Into the right field corner that goes. Clemens is on his way to second base, and he'll stop there. It's a two-out double for Cody Clemens. And still the Twins will not go without a base runner through 6.
Yeah, there it is again, just falling behind 3-1, comes in with the sinker inside. Cody Clemens got a good pitch to hit, takes advantage of it, slashing it down the right field line for that double. Kept watching it the whole way down there, hoping it would rattle around and give him a shot to go into third. But not to be.
So now Hanafy's got to get Jackson here. And he should. Ground ball to shortstop. Zach Short. Inning over. Hey, rookie. Nice glove. Kevin McGonigal pounces once. Got it to Torque. Second time. Let's check that official height for ABS challenges. Throws on the money. Inning over.
Tom.
Hi there. Bottom of the 6th inning. We thank you for joining us wherever you might be. We wave hello back to you. Our Wallside Windows pitching change. Travis Adams in short time, Dan, in 12 innings. Lefties have tormented him this season, and the Tigers have at least 2 of them coming up in this half inning.
Yeah, and that's why we were talking about this very situation there. A.J. Hinch left Colt Keith in the lineup, a designated hitter, thinking that there would be an opportunity for him to get another at-bat, and this should be it.
You said it earlier, an at-bat ago for Colt Keith. The Twins only have 2 lefties in their bullpen. Rogers already expended, so Anthony Banda, the 32-year-old, is the only other left-hander that they have available.
And he might be one of those guys at the back end of the game. And if it came back up again, I'm sure they're saving him for McGonigal, Riley Green, Carp. Adams does throw a good amount of change-ups. Left-handers will see a good amount of them.
And for righties, it's everything going away from you. Cutters, sliders. There's a change-up for Torque. Popped up, back of home, no play. The Tigers have opportunities here, and they did in that 4-game series in Minneapolis against the Twins bullpen as well, and they weren't able to pay them off. Tonight, it feels now like the momentum is going the Tigers' way after 2 in the 5th.
It does. Yeah, the only thing is you're counting on a lot of Twins pitchers to have good nights.
If you're Derek Shelton.
If you're Derek Shelton. You know, you're going to ask a lot of pitchers to be on, and if one of them is not, or 2 of them are not, you're asking for trouble, and there's a lot of baseball left to play.
That's what they've endured this year at 22 losses where they've had the lead.
I mean, remember back in that 4-game sweep in Minnesota, though, I mean, it was early, and they were using that bullpen like crazy. And, you know, multiple days in a row. Their starting pitchers were throwing over 100 pitches.
Similar deal tonight. This is their 4th pitcher already. There's a fly ball right field side. Martin tracks it toward the corner, and he does not have enough real estate, but we have a souvenir. Nice play. 4th place in the Ryan Cienko lookalike contest.
Might have a midi though, right?
Could be.
Oh, look at, he's got all kinds of traffic in front of him. Fine grab.
And acted like he's been there too.
Oh, hum.
Yeah.
Love it.
Check, make sure it's there. Sit down. Enjoy your day. That's how you do it. And right back into the game. Perfect fandom.
Didn't take off his glove, waiting for another one.
Two and 2 from Adams to Torkelson. Ball 3. This has been chancy command from the Twins bullpen tonight. A lot of long counts, Dan Petrie. This is the 11th 6+ pitch plate appearance for the Tigers already tonight. We're in the 6th. And a swing and a miss on one of those cutters going away, and Torque is really disappointed in himself there.
Yeah, just couldn't hold up off the plate. Starts off the plate, just continues off the plate, and I think that's why he's upset. Thinking that that might have cut back over the plate, stayed right there, and just broke right off, and he's like, ah. Good time for Colts first right here.
How about a line drive foul right side? You know what? Just thinking about the pitch mix there by Adams. He threw him that one changeup early in the sequence, and Torque goes up to the plate thinking a lot of this stuff's going to go away from me as a right-hander, right? He mixes in the one changeup. That's the thing that's going to drop and maybe show you a little movement back toward you. Keith to right. Boy, he just cannot buy one.
No, and that's the pitch, the changeup on that inner part of the plate that Colt can get. That's just that line drive. Hit it really good. That's one of those ones where, oh man, if I get underneath that one, what happens? Oh, just a nice swing. Hit it just too hard right at him. Good level swing. I mean, 103 off the bat.
2 down. Z-Mac, our bet 365 odds update for Zach, who singled and scored last inning. Plus 130 on the over for a hit and a half. That's a strike, 1-1 to McKinstry. Well, it's pretty clear that Derek Shelton's setting this up for Anthony Banda and Yoendrys Gomez to close it out, because the other pitchers he has, Orsi, Lawrence, and Lorison, all through last night. And then Lawrence and Lorison have thrown 2 of the last 3 days, the off day being the exception. That ball 4 to Torque would have really set some things in motion for the Tigers. Instead, strikeout and line out, and a ball high, 2-2.
Yeah, you get that leadoff runner on, especially after scoring 2 runs the previous inning. Putting a lot of pressure on the defense of the Minnesota Twins. A lot of pressure on Adams.
Huge foul. Anthony Sanders has been in the crosshairs this homestand. Minding his own business over there.
He's doing everything he can to just try to get as far away from it as he possibly can with the new rules in there too.
Yeah, they make you stand in the box now, and it just doesn't seem like the greatest idea.
Just trying to back up as much as he can, just stretch to that farthest limit as he possibly can.
High changeup, strike 3. Inning over. We'll go to the final third of this game. It's a 1-run game.
Lawyers. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Detroit Tigers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers.
Top of the 7th inning, our wall side windows pitching change is Ty Madden out on the hill. And he will face Minnesota's top of the order, Martin, Buxton, and Lee, in a 1-run ball game. Hour 7 rain delay has led us to this late night with the Tigers again. Dan, my apologies.
No, sorry about that. Just jumping the gun on Ty Madden, pitching 2 2/3 shutout baseball on Saturday against the Mariners. Had 3 strikeouts.
He weighs in a strike.
That's that pitch that really has made a big difference for Ty Madden, is that sinker. Pairs it so well with the 4-seam fastball and cutter. Got the baseball going in all different directions now. He's got a couple of right-handers up here so far. Right-handers just 5 for 31, 161. Get those first 2 hitters out.
Slider 2-2 on Martin, who got hit by a pitch ahead of the Byron Buxton home run in the 5th. 2-hit batsman by Framber Valdez led to a 3-run shot from Buxton, and that's how Minnesota leads in this game. Every run for the Twins on a home run tonight. He overthrew that one, 3-2. Serve foul to the right side.
Well, I thought he might come back with that cutter right on that outside part of the plate. Dylan Dingler set up on that outside part of the plate. 4-seam fastball. He threw it right where Dylan wanted it. Just thinking if he could throw that for a strike on the outside part of the plate.
He tried to. That was
Yes.
a cutter. It's ball 4, and it's Martin on base, where he's got 8 steals this year. Back to Buxton, first pitch changeup.
Yeah, just stayed off, and Byron Buxton knew it right away too, as soon as he touched it. Again, just both those pitches, the cutter and slider, might come into play from Ty Madden to Byron Buxton.
There's your slider, 0-1.
Boy, it still looked like a good swing. Looked like he was right on it.
He is not fooled much.
No,
Although yesterday he struck out a handful of times.
but they were bad. You get ahead of them and then get them to chase.
This is pulled home runs. He's got 16 of them. Kyle Schwarber in Philadelphia is the pull home run crown prince.
I mean, he leads everything in home runs. You talk about home runs, it's just Kyle Schwarber's at the top of the list in whatever category it is concerning a home run.
After a relatively slow start to this year for that Philadelphia offense, they are up again, 7-4 in Toronto, down the road a piece, trying to get to 6 over.
That was Max Scherzer, I think, started that game tonight for the Blue Jays.
Went 3 1/3. He did get the milestone strikeout, 3,500. It's Jesus Luzardo who threw against him. Boy, that Philly rotation has annihilated people. The Christopher Sanchez streak. I mean, he was pushing up against Oral Hershise's number,
which is crazy. You just think about that. That'll never. And then all of a sudden, somebody starts getting close to it.
I know. 1-2. Touch foul.
Boy, Ty did a nice job of opening up the outside part of the plate with a good sinker running in on the hands. Just that one stayed over the middle a little bit. This is where I think you can get him to chase. If you throw that good breaking ball down and away.
1-2. Run splitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Byron Buxton is not really a ground ball candidate. Although he hit one earlier that led to a fielder's choice, cutting down Kreidler at home. It's about a quarter of the time he hits the ball on the ground. That's a line drive to left and a base hit. Martin thought about third. He was trying to press Riley Green in left, but Riley was up and looking. So 2 on, nobody out for Minnesota in the 7th, and a big spot for Brooks Lee.
Yeah, that's the one that just stays up. It's the right pitch, just the wrong location. You see that just stays right up there, right where he can get to it. Boy, not a whole lot of movement there. Just kept his hands back nice and then just reacted to the pitch.
if you feel like Byron Buxton's been in the league for a long, long time, you're right. He was a high school draft pick, and he made his debut back in 2015. His first game, June 14th, 2015, the Twins against the Texas Rangers at the old ballpark at Arlington. I mean, yet again, by the way, Kurt Suzuki is the nexus of the universe, because Kurt Suzuki was in the starting lineup for Minnesota the day that Byron Buxton debuted. Justin Bieber remnants as the at-bat begins for Lee. Swing and a miss on a slider.
Yeah, you had Kurt Suzuki in a question yesterday with the home runs with Joe Adell and
the seven
list.
Seven solo homers.
Yeah.
A 1. That's in there 0-2. Our buddy Glenn Perkins threw in Byron Buxton's Major League debut. Over on the Minnesota radio side with Chris Atterbury. Good to see Perk. Dan Dickerson in the foreground. Broadcaster's shot of the month. Ground ball past Madden, second base. Torres goes behind him for one. Shorts peg, flat-footed, not in time. Buxton did it right.
Yes, he did. He was just stopped right in his tracks, and Glaber was hoping that he'd run right into him and he could tag him and get that easy throw over to first. He just put on the brakes and said, nope, you're going to have to come chase me. And then to get that lead runner at second base, there's no chance to turn and flip to get Brooks Lee.
It's actually,
we'll take one.
One out, 2 on. Arcia, the relative newcomer to Minnesota's clubhouse, jabs at a bunt, and the invisible baseball got him. 0-1.
See how bad the Twins want to get that extra run. Thinking about laying one down, little safety squeeze.
I don't know that the Tigers think they're going to do it. And they're right for now. 0-2 on Arcia.
Yeah, you think, okay, yeah, the first time we'll give it to you, but we don't think the element of surprise has passed. We don't think you're going to do it again. Expands the strike zone, swings at a bad pitch. Now in a deep 0-2 hole. This is where if you're a pitcher, you're really aiming for that strikeout, making a good quality pitch.
Madden, check swing, he didn't go.
Boy, and Arcia almost lifted his head up like, oh no. He held. I don't even want to look down there. Right at it.
1-2. And the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's Martin at third, Lee at first. Ty Madden would love a swing and miss or a hard hit ground ball right at somebody in the middle. Quick check on Lee. Two. Wave and a miss. A cutter. A dazzling one at that. 2 down.
Way to execute a pitch right there. It's all about getting ahead 0-2 and then just know that you're going to be able to get a chase there and executes it perfectly. It's what you want. With less than 2 outs and a runner on third, you got to bow your neck to get that strikeout. Ty Madden does.
They're going to flip Josh Bell to the right-hand side. Drew Summers will trot out of the bullpen. 4-3 your score, 2 on, 2 out. A Wallside Windows pitching change is Drew Summers. He comes on for Ty Madden, who gave up a walk and a single and got a strikeout and a ground ball Summers is going to face the veteran Josh Bell, who for his season has hit a little bit better from the right-hand side, and from the left-hand side, I should say, and for his career has hit a little bit better from the left-hand side too. So A.J. Hinch is playing the numbers both career and season for Bell here.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it, that he's just saying he trusts Drew Summers going up against right-handed Josh Bell more than he liked Ty Madden going up against left-handed Josh Bell. Drew Summers has been throwing the ball really, really well. He's got a lot of confidence. Really felt bad for him in that game on Sunday. AJ had a lot of faith in him to intentionally walk, to load the bases up, and he ended up clipping and hitting a batter.
Oh, 1. Bell fouls it away back into the right 0-2.
There he goes, coming right out of the bullpen, firing strikes. That's the big change in Drew Summers now. Just last year, just a little bit uncertain. Hey, do I really belong? And now he just feels like he does.
Oh, 2, line drive center field. It's a base hit. Minnesota's got run number 5. Bell singles home Martin on 0-2.
Well, I know they go right after him. 0-2. They don't like to waste pitches, but this is pretty much center cut. And Bell is so strong that he can take that fastball that's up a little bit and muscle it right out into center field. I mean, that ball was not smoked. It's just kind of in the hands. That's just, sometimes to me, you just need to make a little bit better pitch 0-2, not waste it, but just a little bit better.
That's all too hittable on 2 strikes.
I mean, that's just, I know that, you know, they don't like to waste pitches anymore. I mean, the average on 0-2 is not very good, but still, I just still think that you need to you're in the driver's seat, make a little better pitch.
2-0 from Summers to Lewis, and now you have Royce Lewis, who homered earlier.
That was on the 3-1 count.
You know, you said it with Minnesota, though. When you bring a different pitcher in, you're banking on the stuff being as good, and Ty Madden did allow a couple of base runners. 3-0 from Summers to Lewis. That's off. It's ball 4.
Now you just got to get it right back. You could just see how it affected. You know, you come out, you're just throwing the ball really well. You get ahead, and then just make one pitch that maybe you want back, and then you just kind of, you can't let it get to you. Get right back focused in there and keep that damage. Limit that to just a 1 run.
First pitch at the very tail end of the pitch timer is ball 1. Bases loaded. 4 base runners in the inning for Minnesota. That's in a strike, 1-1.
Luke Keeschel had one of those really good at-bats early in the game off of Fromber. Kind of similar stuff here with the sinker from Drew Summers. Fromber tried everything he could, threw everything at Luke Keeschel.
1-1. Nope. Action starting again in the Tigers bullpen. Bo Brisky's up for the 2nd time tonight. Way outside. It's past Dingler to the backstop. Everybody advances. It's 6-3, and the crowd is unhappy.
Yeah, you thought maybe that Dylan could see that Summers was struggling with that sinker and said, you know what, I'm going to try a different pitch, and just completely got away from Summers. And just after that base hit, just seems to be a different pitcher out there.
Three and one to Keyshaw. It's a strike. No challenges available for Minnesota. 3-2. That was there. Tigers got 2 in the 5th. The Twins have recouped those here in the 7th. 3-2. In the air, right field. Kerry Carpenter makes the catch, but a damaging 2 runs for Minnesota in the 7th. Time for the Tiger loss, 7th inning stretch.
Wallside's amazing.
Take a look at the upcoming schedule, brought to you by Bet365. Zebby Matthews is on the hill for Minnesota, a guy the Tigers haven't seen for a while. Kader Montero on the hill for the Tigers. Twins haven't seen him since 2024. So Matthews against Montero. Zebby Matthews, the 26-year-old from lovely Cullowhee, North Carolina, where Western Carolina University is, will make his 31st career start. Tigers will hope to have come back in this game and flipped it tonight after the hour 7 rain delay. Strike 1 on Wencel Perez hitting for Zach Short.
Yeah, that's a good matchup tomorrow.
It is.
Zebby's got good stuff, good arm. Kader's been very consistent.
That cutter just sailing in. Adams struck out 2 in the 6th, including a 3-2 pitch to Torque. It started the 3 outs in a row. 0-2. Ooh.
And those 2 runs were so big. You know, that's going to keep Bonda maybe in the bullpen a little bit longer. I don't know if he'll be coming out just to face Kevin McGonigal this early.
Especially because, you know, you would imagine that Taylor Rogers would be down tomorrow, one of the 2 left-handers. He's thrown back-to-back days. There's Bonda. Anthony Bonda. Swing and a miss. That's a changeup, and that is lethal. That's the 12th strikeout for Minnesota pitching tonight. And we'll get a message from Rally House, Michigan.
The season starts at Rally House. From jerseys and hats to tumblers for game day, it's where outrageous selection meets every fan's style.
Twins scored 2 runs in the top of the inning, and a 6-3 lead stands for Minnesota. Time called by the catcher Jackson, who saved his pitcher an automatic ball twice tonight. 2 separate pitchers 2 times. He said timeout. You cannot step off and reset the pitch timer when nobody's on base. The timer is currently running on the meeting. 7, 6. Oh. The red wire.
Well, and Morris balked too. So back when they were having some difficulties in deciding the pitch, maybe that was the same thing here. Just they couldn't get on the same page on what pitch they wanted to come to, and that's why they had to call timeout and get out there and get on the same page.
And now that they are, here's McGonigal to see another changeup, which feels good right now for Travis Adams. Another changeup.
Yeah, you saw the first one where he swings at it and goes, okay, now I remember, I see what that looks like, and just spit on that one.
Slider downstairs, 2 balls and a strike. McGonigal's walked twice. He's scored twice. He's got 41 walks compared to 38 strikeouts.
Just doesn't seem like it takes him very long to get locked in on something. Once he sees it one time, it's like, okay, now I got it.
It's been the story of his season as he takes ball 3 here on a changeup, and evidently fastballs are prohibited in the at-bat. Would have been challenge-worthy had the Twins had one remaining. 3-1. No, sir. His third walk.
Yeah, Bonda is getting loose for Kerry Carpenter, and at that point, there's probably Jahmai Jones will be lurking. Possibly Matt Vierling.
That is Kevin McGonigal's second 3-walk game of his young career. The first one was in Atlanta at the end of April. He is on for Gleyber Torres. Kerry Carpenter, our CNL Ward on deck hitter. As you said, it's likely Jahmai Jones. It'll be just a matter of time until Derek Shelton says, help me, Bonda. And 2 on Torres. Oh, and 2. One ball and 2 strikes on Gleyber Torres. It will be very interesting if it's 1 out, 1 on for Kerry Carpenter. You would imagine A.J. Hinch is going to go to Jahmai Jones no matter what. But
the trap is there with Dylan Dingler.
Yeah, yes, and the lefties are out once you use Bonda. Two and 2 on Torres. He guides it over short into left, a base hit, and now it will be Jahmai Jones with an opportunity to tie the score. 2 on, 1 out. Kerry Carpenter is
here he comes
ready, but here comes Derek Shelton. And Kerry will double back. And the gambit is on. Anthony Bonda's on his way through. Twins are up, but for how long? We'll find out after this. Back in April, the Tigers were down 8-2 against Anthony Bonda. They came back with a 4-run inning in the top of the 7th. Gleyber Torres, Riley Green both victimized him. Here's how it happened. That was 4 run-scoring plays, but there were 4 hits total, including Baez and McGonigal as well. So our Wallside Windows pitching change is Anthony Bonda. He'll face Matt Vierling, who hits for Jahmai Jones. That's for defensive purposes in part. And A.J. Hinch will give Matt Vierling a chance to tie the score here in the 7th.
Matt's seen Bonda 3 plate appearances, is 1 for 2 with an extra base hit.
Bonda struck out Jahmai Jones in that 7th inning, one of the outs that he did get before the Riley Green single back on April the 8th. 2 on, 1 out, 6-3 game. Vierling snapped at a sinker and fouled it away. It's a ball and a strike.
Boy, he's not sitting around. He's making sure if he gets that fastball, he's going at, hacking at it, trying to tie this game up. Bonda does throw a slider and changeup besides the 2 fastballs, the 4-seam and sinker. Good amount of sliders to the right-handers.
For Bonda, who's on his 9th major league team. 1-1. Vierling takes a strike.
Well located. Well located.
Probably gets overturned, but it's very close. It would be your last challenge if you didn't get the call. McGonigal at second, Torres at first. On 1-2. Vierling hits it in the air, first base side, foul ground. It is Lewis making the catch. Tigers this year just have not paid off those pinch hit opportunities nearly as much as they have in the past 2 years.
No, but this is the at bat that you want too. That pinch hitting is tough too. Get that one shot at it. Dylan Dingler's been in the game the entire time. He's got that nice rhythm going. And again, can see those sliders coming in to Dylan Dingler should he get one.
He'll shoot that down the right field line and foul by a hair. You said that last night, and he turned it into a 3-run homer on a ball coming toward him.
Man, I mean, you look at that ball off the bat just from our location, just looks like it's going to land and just slices foul. Just the crowd was a little quiet, and that's where I kind of got a little nervous, like they could tell that it was going to go foul, but man, off the bat, it sure looked good.
Like it might have eyes. 0-1 to Dingler from Bonda. 0-2.
Doesn't throw a lot of change-ups to right-handers, but he does throw it. But you want to make sure if you throw that change-up, you better get it down and away.
0-2.
That's what I would stay with.
Fastball.
Yep.
Fastball up.
Yep. That sinker or 4-seamer, whichever one.
1-2 for Dingler. 2 on, 2 out. No dice. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Would you dare throw him a breaking ball?
I mean, you know that. I got to be careful. It is his best pitch. I mean, he uses it the most to right-handed hitters, and he's got Riley Green on deck.
2-2.
Yes.
Oh.
But he made sure that he got it way in. So the only thing that he can do is that right there or swing and miss. But if that leaks and stays over the plate a little bit, of course, that one from Rogers last night was not a strike, and he was able to hit that one for a home run.
2-2 again. Setup is inside. That pitch is fouled away. It was a sinker, middle away.
Boy, good at bat by Dylan. Bonda's making some good pitches here. And you just stay up there as long as you can, hoping that he makes a mistake. Keep fouling those tough ones off, looking for a mistake to capitalize on.
2-2. That was a fastball, and that is what busted him. 13th strikeout for Twins pitchers tonight. Tigers leave a pair. Join us for Blackened Baseball Weekend, June 19th to the 21st, presented by Comerica Bank. Don't miss this powerful celebration of culture, community, and baseball history. Get your tickets now at tigers.com/blackinbaseball. Tigers are trailing 6-3 tonight at Comerica Park. Drew Summers remains on. He will face Cody Clemens to start the 8th. And there's ball one. Cody Clemens came in to hit in the sixth and doubled for Ryan Kreidler. Look out.
Got three right-handers coming up next also. Probably Drew Summers. Bo Brisky's been throwing for a while now. You know he's good and loose. Probably the last hitter for Drew Summers.
Got a strike there, 2-1. How about this? The Twins haven't gone an inning without a base runner in the series.
Wow.
I was in a 10-4 loss last night. Now they're up 6-3 this evening. As that is a hot air balloon to center field. And the new center fielder, Matt Vierling, makes the catch. Here comes A.J. Hinch up the stairs as you prophesied, you oracle Dan Petrie. Bo Brisky will pitch when we come back. Enjoy this from our sponsors.
Come on.
Tigers baseball on Detroit Sportsnet is brought to you by Figer Law. All we do is win. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. One down, eighth inning, as Tiger fans are hopeful and maybe a comeback still in store. Our wall-side windows pitching change is Bo Brisky, who's gone 7 2/3 in total in this 2026 season. And the Tigers bullpen is better when Bo Brisky is dealing.
Yeah, and he can use a good one, and it's been a while. A week ago Monday was the last time he was out. And just talking to him, he still just has to trust that process. Had a couple of rough outings, but just knows he's feeling good. Arm feels good, velocity is there, feels good about that slider, just needs to make some better pitches.
Most of his work so far has been in rehab. This is his third appearance in Major League Baseball this year, but on rehab in the minors along with the inning in 2/3 here in Detroit. This is his first home game of the year. He threw in Chicago, he threw in Tampa. Jackson swings through a strike in his 169th Major League game. Alex Jackson for Minnesota. He was a first-round pick of the Mariners all the way back in 2014 out of the powerhouse Rancho Bernardo High School in Southern California. We showed you Kyle Schwarber earlier. Jackson was 2 spots after Schwarber went to the Cubs. He was 1 spot ahead of Aaron Nola and then 2 spots ahead of Kyle Freeland of the Colorado Rockies. Jackson was. The best player in that first round, at least so far, was Matt Chapman. He was the 25th overall pick. Trey Turner is not far behind. He went 13th to San Diego and then was in every trade under the sun thereafter. 2-2. Off of Brisky, clicking to second base, and that is the way this has gone both for Bo and in some ways tonight for the Tigers.
Boy, it's just so hard for a pitcher to not stick your glove out at that, and it's going to go right to Gleyber Torres. And it's one of those one hoppers right at you, and it just glances off your glove, and then Gleyber, there's no way he can catch up to it and throw Jackson out.
So, 1 on, 1 out. Austin Martin is the batter. On the ground, base hit. First pitch fastball ends up in left. How about a message from Figer Law, please?
If you've been injured in an auto accident, make Figer Law your first call. Figer Law. All we do is win. All we do is win.
This is where Drew Summers did a nice job of leaving Bo Brisky, getting that first out of the inning and leaving nobody on. But now, after a couple of base hits, he's got Byron Buxton, who's done plenty of damage in the first 2 games of this series.
got 8 hits against the Tigers in 6 games this year. McGonigal to the bag across the diamond, double play.
How about doubling up Byron Buxton easily? That's a tough job. Kevin McGonigal takes it, steps right on the back, gets rid of it quickly, all in one motion, and gets Byron Buxton easily.
Left on left for Riley Green here. Anthony Banda has 24 outs on his slider, 2 hits on his slider for left-handers this year. One of those 2 hits is a young man from Oviedo, Florida, and Haggerty High School that we know as Riley Green.
Riley Green's hitting everybody this year.
He's an all-star. Dingler's an all-star. McGonigal has a very strong case to be an all-star.
Yeah, no doubt.
The problem is the record right now for the Tigers that sometimes comes into play in those sort of popularity contests, which I happen to be an expert in, popularity contests.
It's just the season that he's had, though, from the very beginning. It's going to be hard to keep him off.
Oh, look, a pitch to the backstop and over the head of Riley Green. Do we have that package from last night that we can just add that to?
And then Riley Green won't budge, though.
No.
Just say, yep, I've seen that. Stick my chin right back in there again.
2 balls and a strike for him. Right back to the fastball, 2-2. Twins bullpen gets the least chase in Major League Baseball. They get the 2nd fewest whiffs in Major League Baseball. But tonight they have been missing bats. Not there, 2-2. That makes this a little bit tougher of an at-bat. Banda does get outs, but they're not necessarily via the strikeout, though he has one of the best whiff numbers in the bullpen.
And he's staying with that fastball. I keep waiting for him to throw that slider that the graphic showed off the plate.
Fastball missed, 3-2 on Riley Green. That is Riley's 3rd 3-2 count of the night.
And Banda's got a 3-run lead. You want to go right after him, and still pitching Riley Green extremely careful.
That's ball 4. Leadoff walk.
That's exactly what you want.
You want some wild stuff? It's been very wild. That. This. This one. Oh boy. The whoopee cushion of pitches. This one. Duck. And it's Barksdale. And then there's just now to Riley Green.
And
spin to win.
And hit by pitches. Seen quite a few of those.
Torn first pitch swing. He didn't miss it by much, but he missed it. In the air to left, and Clemens for out number 1.
Yeah, I think that's that breaking ball that Torque wanted, just got underneath it. That nice slider that's coming into him. He can see it the whole way. See the frustration, too. He knows he just got underneath it.
Jemai Jones going to hit to get one more right-handed at bat against Banda here, who for his career has given up 200 points more of OPS to right-handers than left-handers. That is the play, and it's the play people have made, but Jemai Jones has not put up the numbers he'd hoped in these spots so far this year. And the way the Tigers are built, you need for these to go the right way.
You do. Yep. If you're going to go into that platoon advantage, seeking that throughout the game, you need them to pay off. And they have in the past. You know, that's where all the successes come from, and just right now it just hasn't been as successful as it has in the past. Occasionally it will be, but on that consistent basis. And it's still one of the toughest things to do. Sit around all game, take some swings underneath, and then come up here and try to hit 96, 97.
But that said, if you're going to design it that way, you need to have all four wheels of the shopping cart working the proper way, or it's going to pull. 1-2 on Jones, trying to battle back against Bonda. Riley Green over at first, one out in the 8th. We'd love for Jemai to make some hard contact here and get him feeling right again. One, two. Check swing. He did not.
Yep, held up. Bonda just dead down almost to 0, just trying to ice Jemai Jones the best he could. Get him a little bit flat-footed, get him a little bit antsy.
2-2 is clipped foul. He stays alive. Bonda came in 5 batters ago, and Jemai just got a piece of this.
I think this might have got Will Little. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. You're right.
Yeah, I think that's why Alex Jackson just went out, just to give him a little bit of a blow, that professional courtesy. Asking him, you okay? Ready to go? Will Little says, yep, got him.
Green at first. 2-2. High fly ball, left center field. Buxton. Zach McKinstry. So Derek Shelton gets what he wants here, to get one more left-hander, and hopefully that's his plan, is to hand Gomez a clean 9th.
That's exactly. And then he's going to have to face that top of the order, though. So it's not hopefully going to go easily for the Twins.
Yeah, this is the 8th spot, McKinstry. Byron Buxton's home run is what really turned this game on its side back in the 5th. 2 hit batters, Jackson and Martin, then Buxton powered a 3-run homer out of here. Made it 4-1 Minnesota. Each team scored twice since. The 1-1. That's there. Bullpen day, and Minnesota's bullpen tag team has fared well.
Bonda's throwing it pretty well. See if Zach McKinstry can do something about that.
Two and two.
Yeah, Bonda last pitched on Friday. He looks good and fresh. Ball jumping out of his hand, holding that velocity well.
2-2. Buxton races in. Buxton is there. He makes the catch. We will go to the 9th with the Tigers trailing 6-3.
Win.
Top of the 9th here at Comerica Park. It's the Tigers and the Twins in game number 2 of a 3-game series. Feels like game 7 of a 3-game series. Some long rain delays past couple days.
You love them.
I do. I do.
I know.
I absolutely do.
I know.
That doesn't mean, it doesn't feel like the Twins have been here since the Hoover administration. Ball 1 to Brooks Lee.
Good. There's a chance for a pop-up thunderstorm. I see you looking at your phone.
Go away.
Go away.
Just save it. Tomorrow's headlines today. Petrie not invited back. 2-0 for Brisky to lead.
Be joining Johnny Kane.
And Johnny Kane will join us. 2-0. You know I love you. That is ball 3 to Brooks' lead. The Twins, what are you going to say?
That's why I was laughing.
The Twins have put together some lengthy at-bats, some battling trips to the plate tonight. 3-0 is a strike, 3-1. Three and one. Nope, ball 4. The actual tomorrow's headlines today. We'll see what we have in store. Above the fold on the Detroit Sportsnet paper, Zebs and Flows. 2 starts against the Tigers in 2025. Zebby Matthews walked 1 once and then walked 4 the other time. Which will you get? And you are? Kader Montero hasn't seen the Twins since July 26th of 2024.
See, I love that. Zebs and Flows.
Zebs and Flows.
Kader's, I think Kader's due for, not due, but ready for one of those, 6 shutout innings.
What do you think of the matchup? A team that doesn't hit the ball on the ground very much. They are aggressive. It's an interesting 9 for Montero.
Yeah, like I said, that's a nice matchup. Zebby Matthews is good, and I'm just those Kader Montero is fun to watch every time out. He's got the stuff that can dazzle a lineup.
He was brilliant in Chicago a couple weekends ago. Chopper back to the mound. Brisky is on it, and he slips, and it sneaks through, and that's no good.
No, I don't know if he slipped after he missed it. Yeah, he had that ball.
Two on, nobody out. Josh Bell will bat. His hit in the 7th gave the Twins some leeway. I think they're going to call that a hit.
Yeah, they did. I know that if I were a pitcher, and I know Bo Brisky thinks he should have got that. And one of those ones where, you can wait back on it to get an out, but charge it a little bit aggressively, thinking about trying to get that ball and throw it to second base. But one way or the other, you should get an out. You should get that ball and make sure that you get an out.
Instead, that's 4 base runners and 5 batters for Bo. That to first will be 2. Torque spins it to McKinstry. That's a second double play for Brisky.
Yeah, I think that Brooks Lee was just getting, because nobody was really holding him on, he was able to get a real big secondary lead. And Torque just didn't even hesitate and was able to go back over there and get that lead runner.
2 down. Royce Lewis. First pitch swing. Right field. Wenzel Perez zigzags in, makes the catch. Inning over. Wenzel lead it off, but McGonigal will follow. 9-1-2 on the way for the Tigers. Will there be more heroics in that young man's bat? We'll find out.
Hello, everybody. Another marathon of a ball game here on a Wednesday night. A lot to unpack on Tigers postgame, which is coming up here momentarily. We get to the big 5th inning for Minnesota. Obviously, the Byron Buxton home run, but the Tigers get a big swing from Kerry Carpenter to get themselves back into it. And then Framber Valdez on the day. Things that he did well, how much the weather may have impacted his start here tonight. Dan Petrie will be joining me. Peach is currently searching Amazon right now for the best squirrel busters on the market. So stay tuned. Let's get a little rally here.
How about that? A bunt foul. Just trying to nibble away. Right? All you're trying to do is nibble.
That's it.
Like those doggone squirrels.
That's it.
But yeah, I mean, not a bad idea just get on base any way you can. Just make them think about it. That's how the Tigers got to Andres Munoz on Sunday against the Mariners. Munoz came out firing bullets, and the Tigers weren't phased whatsoever. Just put a couple guys on.
Against Yoendris Gomez, our wall side windows pitching change. He is well traveled, and lefties have given him some fits at points this year. 2-1 to Wencel Perez, specifically that fastball they've hit for most of the extra base potential. He's had a very nice season installed in this Minnesota bullpen. Sweeper 2-2 on Wencel Perez.
He's pitched well since joining Minnesota. 0.64 ERA, just 1 earned run in 14 innings to go with 18 strikeouts.
Guided to right, that's a knock. Leadoff single for Wencel Perez to bring up McGonigal with nobody out.
There it is. Just get that crowd in it again. Breaking ball that just kind of stays right out over the plate. Wencel just able to hook it. Get that barrel right around it, hook it into right field for a good start.
Chip in a chair.
Still going to have to go through the big boys, too.
McGonigal with Perez at first. First pitch, ball 1. What if he got a little bit erratic and walked a couple?
Yeah, I mean, again, you've got to go through everybody. Gary Carpenter was pinch hit for, but you've got the top of the order here. A couple guys on for Dylan Dingler. Riley Green hopefully gets up there.
2-0. Fritzy command. 3 walks for McGonigal already to tie a career high.
And this is what makes it so tough. That lineup flips over, and these guys are not easy. They're going to make you throw a strike, and when you do, they're waiting for it, waiting to hammer it somewhere.
2-1.
Good swing. That's the point right there. Just getting you in that fastball count, getting that good pitch to hit, just didn't come up with it.
Two and 1. Dives in there, a strike on a changeup that looked like it was bent on getting to the zone somehow.
Yeah, it's a good looking pitch too, and a lot of motion, a lot of arm whip. Really sold that pitch.
Fly ball left field for McGonigal. That's foul. It's on a play. We are roughly 14 hours from first pitch tomorrow. Still to be decided whether it'll be a rubber match or the Tigers will have a chance at a sweep. 2-2 to McGonigal. In the air, right field. Martin spun his wheels at first, but it hangs up for out number 1.
Just in on him just enough. Getting that changeup going down and away from him. That one just kind of sweeping back in on the inside part of the plate. Just in on the label, just enough.
Gleyber Torres, who's got 3 hits, a double to right center, 2 singles to left, and a strikeout looking in the first. Strong night at 3 for 4. He takes ball 1. Touch foul, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Lost something off on that foul ball.
We got PitchCom, Dislodged PitchCom, which is a
go.
great name for a fantasy team. Who'd you lose to in week 10? Dislodged PitchCom.
Boom.
Reattached PitchCom.
Look at that. No reception issues or anything. Takes a licking.
Keeps on ticking. Long hold. 1-1. Outside and low. 2 balls and a strike. Boy, we have seen some at-bats tonight that have been chariot races. Slow to the finish line. 2-1. Perez at first, 1 out. That's a strike, 2-2. Just barely clipped the zone.
Just making a really good pitch.
2-2. Check swing, he did not.
Boy, after that 2-2 fastball right on the edge, just kind of figured that, 2-1 pitch, I should say. You were going to get that sweeper just off. They were able to hold off a bit.
3-2.
Four seam.
That's ball 4. Tigers will have the tying run at the plate. It's Matt Vierling. Yoendrys Gomez has not allowed a home run to a right-handed batter this year.
Pete Mackey wants to talk about this a little bit. I'm thinking they're going to want to talk about both hitters. Just in that trip coming out here and talking about Matt Vierling, but Dylan Dingler also.
The last right-hander who homered against Yoendrys Gomez was the Marlins catcher Agustin Ramirez last year. That was on May the 5th. It's been all lefties to homer against Gomez since May the 5th, since Cinco de Mayo of last year. 2 on, 1 out. First one is there. It's a strike. Oh, 1 to Vierling. Matt hits it well. Center field. Buxton back at the track. 407 or so.
Boy, that ball, and Byron Buxton again is going to be able to run it down. And man, Gleyber Torres over at first base, you could just see how dejected he was when he could tell that that was going to be caught. He just kind of his shoulders went down like, you got to be kidding me. Byron Buxton had that measured. He was thinking that he was going to have to climb that wall.
Can Dylan Dingler do it again? One of the hottest hitters in Major League Baseball this month. If he can even get on, you get a Riley Green crack at Gomez.
And that's the thing, too. Just the breaking balls, the cutter, the sweeper from Gomez. Just hang one.
Dylan held up 2-0.
Being very careful with him, make sure that if he is going to throw one of those breaking pitches or something that's spinning, you're going to keep it away. A four-seam fastball is a good pitch for Gomez also.
They've been throwing Dylan Dingler high fastballs all night. 2-0. Into left field, that's a base hit. Here comes Perez. He is home, 6-4. Who knows? We'll see.
Falling behind, 2-0. And this one's down. Four-seamer down over the middle of the plate. Dylan, look at that head. Keeps that head right on it. Hammers it into left field to drive in another run. 49th RBI for Dylan Dingler. One big swing from Riley.
7th inning or later has been doomed for Minnesota. What does Riley Green have in store? First one. Jackknifes him out of the way.
Boy, you talk about Riley Green and his situational hitting. Not trying to do too much. I think this is one of those at-bats where he's going to look about getting underneath something and trying to find the seats.
If they let him. 2-0 on Riley Green.
I mean, you certainly would take a base hit, but this is one of those ones where Riley's looking to launch.
That's why the Twins are playing so deep, but there is just a full expanse out there to drop one in if you needed to. The ball was well struck and foul. 2-1.
Boy, you're right saying that. Just looking at Byron Buxton out there and Cody Clemens out to the left. My goodness, they are back just shy of the warning track, all of them.
Winning run at the plate. Oh, he went around. He wanted to hold up and just could not. It's 2-2.
Boy, that's that one that just tempts Riley. Just a little bit too far. I'd be surprised if they throw him anything but that.
2-2. 2 out. 2 on. Game on the line. Struck him out. Minnesota wins in game 2 of this series. Right to the edge. The Tigers couldn't finish the comeback. 6-4. The Twins split the first 2 here in Detroit.
Boy, just one swing away. One swing away from everybody going home happy. But these bullpen games, Tigers did good by battling through all the bullpen and all the arms that the Twins could throw at them. Riley holding nothing back on that swing. Again, trying to get underneath and launch something.
Dan, see you tomorrow.
You bet. Sleep quickly. Another good one for us tomorrow.
It'll be a rubber match. Tigers trying to keep winning series. They'll have to do it tomorrow. For Denny Blunt, Andrew Blaustein, and our entire marvelous crew, once again, Daniela Bruce, Dan Petrie, Jason Benetti saying farewell. Johnny Kane is your steward for Curado Postgame, and that's